Crimson Cliffs. When it comes to athletics, he has squarely put his name in the history books. With the school only being around 6 years, McKay Wright has done a little bit of everything. We want to welcome everybody in to our broadcast. We've been live, but we understand we've had some technical difficulties. So if you're just hearing our voices for the first time, do apologize for that. We are in the first inning here, and it's a 1-2 count on the number 3 batter in the lineup, McKay Wright, and 2 already on base here for the Mustangs. Snow Canyon got 1 on a walk, but then couldn't do anything with them back in the top of the first inning. So we are scoreless here in Game 2 of this best-of-3 baseball 4A state championship from Utah Tech University's Bruce Hurst Field. And if Dewey Gibb can battle through here, looking for his first out of the game, but a 2-2 pitch belted. It's going to go right to Cale Johnson in left field, who reels it in, 1 away. Good barrel there, but right to him.
Yeah, that's just an unlucky out there. Great exit velocity on this ball. As we see, it's just absolutely barreled up and crushed, but just directly at Cale Johnson. So just unfortunate for McKay Wright there, who put great contact on that ball.
Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Caden Formaster. We'll go back through some of the starting lineups, keys to the games when we get a chance for our new audience just joining us on the live stream. And Cutter Christensen steps in from the left side. Cutter has had a heck of a senior season, to say the least. Had a couple hits last night. One of 3 Mustangs that had a multi-hit game in that 12-8 extra inning win. Dewey Gibb going to put a wheel play on, throw behind J-Mac out there at second, but he's back in time.
Jason MacArthur, the Findlay Subaru star watch today for me, as he's on base like normal.
And that fastball just must have been off the edge there, guys. Real close, but doesn't get the call.
Yeah, borderline pitch to say the least there, but now 2-0. Good opportunity here. Gibbs got to fight back a little in this at-bat, as already got 2 on.
And a wheel play again, a throw down to second. I'm trying to keep MacArthur from getting a big secondary lead there, so if a hit goes through, he can try to score. And Dewey Gibb in a scoreless game, paying close attention to the lead runner out at second. And a chopper, that's going to stay fair. Gloved by Vaughn. He's only got one choice. That's to race to the bag at first. By pausing and looking to throw to second, he almost didn't get to the bag in time, but he does get the out at first base.
Yeah, that was a tight play, a race down the line. As Vaughn thought, maybe there was a play at second, but just a great lead off first base gave that pretty much a free lane to second, and the only play he had was first. So, man, 2 outs now, and Dewey Gibb gonna try and work out of this jam. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in scoring position for the Mustangs.
I think I said Cutter Christensen earlier is a senior. He's only a junior, guys. I want to correct myself there. So he'll be part of this young core that'll be back for the Mustangs. But the ground out, and now Austin Smith, big, strong junior catcher, steps in from the right side, and that's ball 1 from Dewey Gibb.
Smith, a guy that's a great defensive backstop, a good bat.
Off-speed pitch from Dewey Gibb at 68 miles an hour.
Smith didn't like that call.
Well, that hit about the same spot as the one previous, which was called ball. But the problem with the one called ball, the fans weren't very happy about that. They thought that might have been a strike. So it's flirting right there along the line of the zone.
And here's the pitch. Fastball, they say missing. 2-1 the count on the Nets on Fire pitch count.
It's great to have Kelsch back behind the plate there as one of the excellent framers in the state, and saw that there, almost stole that strike call. Umpire hesitated a little bit.
Another good pitch. He's just painting that inside edge of the zone. Doing a really good job of it. Worked it to a 2-2 count, but Crimson's flirting here. They've got runners in scoring position, so a good knock could give them this early lead.
That one lifted down to right field, going over and squeezing it, Talon Hansen, and that'll do it for the inning. So they do get a couple of runners aboard, but can't score a run. And after one full inning of baseball here in Game 2 of the State Championship Series, no score on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. We'll take a quick break, come back, and get you ready for inning number 2 on the Fan Sports Network, KSLSports.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Back live here, fans filling in and excitement around St. George for 2 Region 9 Crosstown Rivals State Championship Game 2. Partly cloudy skies, about 81 degrees right now. Not much wind to speak of. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. And do apologize for some technical difficulties. We've got that all straightened out. And we're ready to just settle in and focus on some baseball, huh, fellas?
Yeah, absolutely. As both teams showed a little fight there in the first inning, but no runs scratched across home plate. So we still rock 0-0 as we get ready for the second inning here.
For those of you maybe just joining us, let's go back and take a look at our Everbowl keys to the game. Here's what we think for Snow Canyon. Play for Game 3, capitalize with their firepower. Tempo is going to be big, and then obviously you need good starting pitching. You want to win that pitching duel. For Crimson, consistency, stay aggressive, knowing they got another game if necessary. I'd like to see them stay aggressive, try to swipe some bags, and then I'm sure Coach Abbott, the plan is to close it out. You don't want to give this deadly Snow Canyon team an opportunity in a winner-take-all Game 3 where the momentum would certainly and the pressure would certainly flip to Crimson. Right now it's probably on Snow Canyon because they lost last night in extra innings 12-8. Here is Riker Taylor. Looks really good command-wise out there working through the first. Faced 4 batters to get 3 outs, and he starts it off pumping a strike down the middle. And a swing and a miss, strike 2 on Dewey Gibb, who we just saw out there on the mound for Coach Sechrist and the Warriors. There's a flare. This could be trouble if it stays fair, and it's going to twist foul.
Ooh, that was close. Those are always a little dicey over there. We saw a lot on day 1 that really fell into that Bermuda Triangle out there, and it's something we haven't really seen too much of since then because the wind was such a factor that day. And so a lot of those just got caught up and dropped straight down. So we're not seeing them as much now. But, hey, you know what? If that's what gets you on base today for Snow Canyon, they're going to take those.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Gibbs. Swing and a miss, and down goes Dewey. Gibbs swinging, and that's a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Riker Taylor.
And that's good for Riker Taylor to get this going with the K, and he's got good defense playing behind him today. Crimson looking to close this out, and he's already gone deep in a game in this tournament, so they're going to need another deep performance from him today, and he's showing signs that he wants to.
22 pitches so far for Riker Taylor. Taylor looking in command of his pitches, and that one was a off-speed pitch at 73 miles an hour. Taylor sits about 80 to 82 with the fastball, and that was 82 right there, but that one outside, and quickly it's 2-0 the count. That was moments ago Taylor's first K of this game, and a swing and a miss. Kate Kelch didn't play last night, guys. We don't have a lot of details other than we were told bad back and, wear and tear of a catcher, but I don't know if it was an injury that happened at the field or outside of the game, but he is back in the lineup, which is good news for Snow Canyon Warrior fans today.
It is.
Now, what's interesting, though, about this is not just that he's back in the lineup, but the guy that was replacing him last night with Jagger Magavaro, he's still in the lineup because he had such a good game.
And there's a chopper to second, couple hops, fielded cleanly by Brecken Park, and it's a 4-3 put out. and 2 up, 2 down here for Riker Taylor. We're in the top of the second inning. You're right, Jagger McGavero played so well. Coach says, I'm going to leave him out there. I'm going to use him again. He had a huge 2 RBI double last night.
Yeah.
Part of that big 7-run inning for Snow Canyon, where him and his older brother both went back-to-back and picked up. They had 4 of the 8 RBI swatted in for Snow Canyon, and that's the number 8 and 9 hitters in Coach Sechrist's lineup. We've talked about how this is a good lineup top to bottom, and here is Cale Johnson going opposite field with a base knock, the first hit of the game for SC.
That's the first, like you said, to getting to Riker Taylor, as he's pitched really an immaculate game here. But let's see if the Warriors, now with a man on and an opportunity for a 2-out rally here, are a little aggressive on the base pass. We haven't seen a stolen base yet, but early in the game, always a good time to steal a base.
By the way, there is an error on Snow Canyon on the scoreboard, and if you missed or just tuned in, that came on a catcher's interference. That's actually an error on the catcher that gave a free base to the batter, because as he was swinging, the bat hit the catcher's mitt, from what we could tell, and he was granted first base. That's why you see that E up on the board. Big cut and a swing and a miss there from Magavero.
This has been a tough pitcher to hit so far here with Riker Taylor on the mound. So obviously that was the first hit of the game. When it came down to it was Cale Johnson. So down here, bottom of the lineup, Jagger Magavero. Let's see what him and his brother Braden can do. 2 outs away, though.
Yep, this is the sophomore of the Magavero brothers. And he's going to go try to swipe it back. The throw down was a good throw, and they got him. Cale Johnson gets caught stealing, and that'll do it for the top of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base because Johnson, and he's out there, I don't know if he's hurt or if he still doesn't believe that he was out, but now finally he is off the base, and now Coach Sechrist is coming out to challenge it. Johnson's still on the bag. What, is he hurt, guys, or does he think he's safe?
I'm not
He's
sure.
shaking up. Yeah,
I'm
he's a
not
little
sure.
ginger.
Someone brought out his glove and hat for him so he doesn't have to head back to the dugout. So
Let's take a look at our Sport Court of Southern Utah starting lineup, kind of set the table for you in case you missed that or you're just tuning in, and appreciate Sport Court. They're giving away a $5,000 scholarship, and nominations are open till next Wednesday at thefansportsnetwork.com or sportcourtofsouthernutah.com. So if you have a senior and you want to get them nominated to win a $5,000 scholarship, tell us why they're involved in the school, make sure they have a 3.0 or higher GPA, they played at least one varsity sport, and go nominate them at either Sport Court or the fans' website. There you see the lineups for Coach Justin Abbott and Coach Reed Sechrist. And guys, one of the storylines, and Paula, you and I had the opportunity to have some Coral Canyon coaches' comments with both skippers yesterday morning here on the Fan Sports Network. They coached together. Coach Sechrist brought Justin Abbott on as an assistant coach, and that's kind of where coaching began for Justin Abbott. He later went on to coach at Clearfield, and then in 2019 when Crimson opened, he got the head coaching job. But back in 2010 through 2012, they were coaching together at Snow Canyon High School.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a master and protege type matchup here, and obviously Coach Sechrist and Coach Abbott, very good friends, said they'll probably meet for lunch after this thing's all done and over with, but obviously Coach Abbott has a lot to credit Coach Sechrist with the development of his coaching career, so a close personal relationship on and off the field.
Both managers very superstitious. I was talking to Carla, Justin Abbott's wife, last night. Maddie has to bring him certain gum on game day. They have to wear certain things. I mean, baseball is known for its superstitions, and I think both skippers are pretty superstitious. 0-2 already here on Ryder Alenez. Dewey Gibb doing some work here in the bottom of the second inning. 87 miles an hour on that fastball, that misses down in the zone, and it's 1-2.
Well, after the loss, Snow Canyon switched their jerseys, wearing a different jersey than they wore yesterday, but Crimson Cliffs has been rocking the same jersey all week long.
Wonder if they washed them.
You'd hope so.
I think Justin Abbott did wash at least his socks, I heard. Very important to have clean socks.
Yeah, yeah.
Might not want to wash the jersey, though. 2-2 the count here on a beautiful day. The wind just picked up about 5 to 10 more miles per hour, and it's blowing kind of from right field across to left field. So the only thing it's really helping right now is there's a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. Down goes Ryder Lennis. Is the right-handed batters pulling it down the line might get a little bit of wind aid here at the yard. Won't help a lefty right now if it stays like it is, but we live in a big bowl. It switches directions quite often. Haven't had a north wind at all this week, but we've had plenty of east and south and a little bit of west wind. Got 3 of the 4 directions covered for you. That one inside from Dewey Gibb, missing for ball 1. That last pitch, 84 miles an hour. So good velo. I'm tracking him anywhere 84 to 87 right now on the fastball. It was fun talking with Coach Sechrist about Dewey Gibb in our media day before the season started. He said, hey, CSI found him, and he hardly played for us last year. We had so many guys, we didn't really have a lot of innings and a lot of work for Dewey Gibb, but this kid can play. And now we're seeing it on full display in this season, where he's an everyday guy for Coach Sechrist. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Ryder Sheriff for strike 1.
Had the green light on the 3-0 count.
It's one of the best pitches you're going to see, right?
Yeah.
I've always liked the 3-0 swing. I know
And
it's
early
not
in
a
a
popular
game-
opinion, but
Early in the game, might as well.
yeah.
And taking it on a 3-1 count, and Dewey Gibb finds the zone there. 85 miles an hour on the fastball, and it's a full count. No score. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and another Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. It's back-to-back Ks for the Snow Canyon Warrior pitcher, Dewey Gibb.
And now Dewey Gibb and Riker Taylor, we're getting the pitching duel we expected yesterday between Madden Smith and Andrew Lyon. How the script is flipped, and always expect the unexpected.
Well, speaking of Riker Taylor, here he is.
RT, first pitch swinging, high but not deep. Talon Hansen coming in, drifting, and makes the catch for out number 3. So pretty smooth inning there, 2 strikeouts and a fly out. And he puts him up and puts him down in the order, 1, 2, 3. Well, move on. No score here in Game 2 of the best-of-3 series. Snow Canyon took Game 1 Crimson took Game 1 last night, 12-8 in extra innings. And we are scoreless here after 2 today. Stick with us on the Fan Sports Network and KSL Sports.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Welcome back here, Utah Tech, Bruce Hurst Field. Jagger McGavero, who will get a fresh count, was at the plate when the Warriors, Cale Johnson, got thrown out of second base, so he'll stay in to lead off the inning here, the number 8 hitter in the Warriors lineup.
Had the bases clearing double yesterday, Jagger. Huge hit in that game, and he's got that clutch gene.
Breaking ball doesn't quite get back over the zone, and quickly 2-1. Riker Taylor, that was his 34th pitch. He's working quick with nobody on base, and there is a swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Yeah, we've seen Riker Taylor come immediately up. Once he catches that ball, he's ready to throw the next pitch. He's waiting on the batter most at-bats.
That one lifted, and Brecken Park has a beat on it, and he'll range out 5-7 feet onto the grass and make the catch to pop up to second for an out number 1 here to fire up the top of the 3rd inning. As always, we'll be naming a Findlay Subaru star of the game when this one's over. We'll also pick our favorite play, and I've been naming the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game for probably 18 of my 21 years that I've been broadcasting. It's become kind of a staple and a tradition for us. We love the boys over at AWP, longtime great partner with local sports, and that one's fought up and out of play. This is Braden McGavero. And we'll have one more award, too, keeping an eye out on our Jersey Mike's sub of the game. A sub above the rest. Get it Mike's way to the Utah Jersey Mike's. That one popped up and out of play again by McGavero. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball.
We're just cruising right through here, guys. We've already put 2 innings behind us. We're 1 out into the top of the 3rd.
And there's a swing and a roller to short. J-Mac with it. The Crimson shortstop fires it in time for out number 2.
Yeah, we talked about controlling the tempo as a key, Everbowl key to the game, and the tempo, I believe, has been controlled by the Mustangs. Riker Taylor, a really brisk pace to the way he's pitching this game, getting a lot of weak contact, some strikeouts, some pop-outs. I feel like he's really dominated and controlled it.
First pitch, Taylor finds his own. And he's been getting ahead of hitters like he did right there. This is the second at-bat of the game for the top of the order, and Ledger Ship walked his first at-bat. But the Warriors couldn't do anything with him. 1-1 count, 2 outs, top 3rd, swing and a miss, strike 2. Big cut there from Moose. Moose was maybe trying to go extra base hit, trying to hit that one in the alleyway. A little bit more room if he goes opposite field with Whitworth shading the left-handed hitter a little bit to the pull side of second. Not a lot of shade, though. And a swing and a miss and another K hanging up on the board. A Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Riker Taylor. 3rd K of the game. That one an 81-mile-an-hour fastball. And quick work. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. No errors there as he puts him up and puts him down 1-2-3. No score. Scoreless baseball. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network and KSL Sports.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Bucks Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Findlay Subaru.
Welcome back. Our privilege to bring you all week coverage of the 4A State Baseball Tournament. We were doing regionals and super regionals, and now since bracket play began back on Monday, we did 12 games, quadruple headers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Saw some really good teams pack their bags and go home, and we're left with the state championship. We're in game 2 here, scoreless game. Crimson up a game after last night's win over Snow Canyon. Dewey Gibb working quickly, 0-2, and that one inside, so ball 1 to Brecken Park. And Brecken was our Jimmy John's Highlight of the Week award winner for his walk-off home run a couple weeks ago, but he goes down swinging here. Beautiful pitch that was darting down and away, and Brecken Park could not find it. That was a 69-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Dewey Gibb for the Red Rock Real Estate strikeout.
We were talking about how dialed in the pitchers were during the break, and it just continues on here. Dewey Gibb there with a 4-pitch strikeout.
guess they used all the offense yesterday.
J-Mac, first pitch swinging, and on that breaking ball, he was just a little bit out in front of it, and he pulls it. That'll be a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Just a reminder, Fabulous Freddy's has their semi-annual coupon book sale where you can get those 10-pack of your favorite washes for 30% off. Plus, you get one free to wash your car the day you buy those coupon books. And with every coupon that you redeem, you get big gas savings at the pump. 20 cents off is kind of the norm, but there are some ways you can get up to 40 cents off per gallon. Stop by Fabulous Freddy's for all of the details. Your full-service hometown car wash, proud sponsor of Region 9 Baseball. Shot up the middle, and that's going to get through Dewey Gibb and Andrew Lyon into center field. It's a one-out single for Jason MacArthur, the second hit for the Mustangs today off of Dewey Gibb.
Yeah, Finlay Subaru Star Watch Jason MacArthur as he's the guy that sets the table. The epitome of a great table setter is being there on first base as the heart of the order comes up, and he's gotten on twice today. So good for MacArthur, and the Mustangs looking for a little bit of a rally here.
You have a Rink Region 9 update. After 2 innings at the 3A Championship, Canyon View 4, Juab 1. And that was a 10-inning extra inning game last night, like we had here in the 4As. That's a pop-up. It's going to be playable, and Cade Kelch will make the catch from the catcher's position for out number 2. Kind of funny that last night Juab and Canyon View went to extra innings, and then here in our game we went extra innings. Canyon View winning that game last night, and they're up 4-1. Crimson here winning last night, and we are scoreless in the third, bottom half. And here is Mr. Wright, McKay Wright. Got to know McKay Wright. Every time I see him, I stop and chat with him. Just a affable young man with a bright future and a heck of an athlete here as he swings and hammers it into center field. Left center field, it's going to one-hop off the wall. They're going to put the brakes on J-Mac at third. It's going to be a double for Mr. Wright.
He swings the hammer to the dugout there, and what another resounding sound off the bat as McKay Wright etching his name further into Crimson Cliff's lore as another state championship potential for this kid. He's already got a full hand, I feel like, of rings. Can add another one, and he's making his mark on this game.
He's got 4 state championships, 2 in football, 2 in baseball.
So he's got a chance for the full hand.
Yep. He would love to cap his senior season. He'll graduate next week. He'll be taking his talents to the football field at Snow College. And he'll hang up the baseball glove and bat for the football gloves and spikes. Great linebacker. Snow's getting a good one. Here's CC. We talked about Cutter last night and how, he just keeps getting better and better as the season goes on. Like batting average, one of those guys that, I remember midway through Region 9, he's hitting like 270. You look down now and he's hitting almost 320. Like he's just slowly gotten better as the season has progressed. A tough out, a switch hitter, which we've talked about how rare that is nowadays, and a swing and a miss. I was talking to his dad, Jed, is he better right or left? And he said, that's debatable. The numbers are pretty equal, but he kind of made it sound like Cutter prefers to swing from the left side. And he's probably there more often because you see more right-handed pitchers at the high school level, right, guys?
Yeah.
1-2 count on CC, high and away. 2-2 now the count. Dewey Gibbs' pitch count getting up there just a little bit. Not too bad for the 30. Sitting at, this will be his 44th pitch, I believe, coming up.
With base runners as hard as they have been to come by for both teams, you feel like this is a critical juncture early in this game.
Actually, this will be pitch 45. He's at 44 right now, and that one 86 miles an hour on the fastball. CC flares it out there. It's trouble, and nobody can get to it. It's going to be an RBI dirty bomb off the bat of Cutter Christensen, and Crimson has taken the lead.
Talk about elite placement here as we see on the replay. 3 Mustangs storm into that ball and unable to find it, and that's just going to die in the outfield and bring in 2 runs. I mean, incredible. Crimson just getting a beautiful hit there from Christensen.
Cutter Christensen picks up RBI number 21 and 22 on the season. He's third on the Mustangs in that department. And here comes a quick jog from Coach Seacrest to come out and talk to Dewey Gibb as Crimson has broke the scoreless tie with a flare job on a fastball that nobody could get to. Lyon was giving chase to that, guys. How close was he as he extended out? Looked like maybe inches from making a basket diving catch.
He was close. I think it just moved a little bit in the air. The wind is blowing. You can see out there in center field the flags are whipping pretty good. So
which probably helped that ball drop.
I think it helped the ball move. It was moving away from him. That's the way the wind is pushing it. So the ball continued to just move away from him. He's probably under it, but he had to just keep following the ball as he went along, and that's tough to do. It's tough to make that kind of a grab when it's moving away from you like that.
And now in a scoreless game, your sense of urgency at an all-time high, but I think now down 2-0, you got to dial up the level of urgency that you play with if you're Snow Canyon, as your backs are against the wall now.
So, timeout. Brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. A visit to the mound. Coach Seacrest has said his piece. Dewey Gibb is ready to respond. And a long look in, and everybody calls time and steps off. And Austin Smith, the batter, he backs out of the batter's box. A little bit of an it was a bigger crowd last night. Is it a late arriving crowd, or is it me, or is there 400 or 500 less fans here today for Game 2 than there was last night?
There's definitely less, but, on a Friday night, it's
less people working.
Something to do. Just get out and go have some fun. And so I think we probably saw a lot more students here last night than we're seeing tonight, but the adults are
Don't get
back.
me wrong. It's still a terrific crowd right now.
I mean, we're still sitting here at about 1,500 people.
But last night was standing room only.
We were pushing 2,000 people. We're missing about 500 people here.
Yeah, I think that the capacity here is about 1,900 to 2,000. Chopper, one hop to Rue at short, cross the diamond to first, and so that'll do it for the inning. But not before they get 2 runs on a couple hits, and they do leave one out on base there. But the Mustangs have taken the 2-0 lead on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard here on KSL Sports and the Fan Sports Network. We'll be right back to the ballpark after a message from our great local sponsors.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back 9 Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Caden Formaster. We've had Tara and Monica and Boston on cameras this week. Nate's been manning the Fan Sports Network Findlay Studios all week, and takes a whole crew here to get you the coverage. And Crimson strikes first, guys, and Andrew Lyon set to lead things off for the Warriors as we are already heading to the top of the 4th inning in a lower scoring game than we certainly saw than last night.
Yeah, top of the 4th here. Snow Canyon's got a strike, and it took them a while yesterday to really feel like they got going. I mean, in the 2nd inning, they put up those 7 runs, but then it was dead silent from Snow Canyon after that. This is a little flip. It's dead silent now. They've got to get it going like they did in the 2nd inning of the game last night.
Time was called, so that first pitch was voided, irrelevant, didn't count. This pitch does, 81 miles an hour from Riker, but he misses for ball 1. Breaking ball at 68, pulled the string on that one, and a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Look at that. That was a good-looking changeup there, it looked like, as he took some massive speed off of it.
Taylor looks really confident out there.
Does
Rocks,
it again.
Fires, and Lyon can't see it, can't find it. 1-2 the count.
I know I've commented on it before, but Riker Taylor.
Ooh, did it get him?
Ooh, just missed Beaning Lyon, who barely got out of the way.
Riker Taylor's so quick and ready to go each time. He's waiting on the batter most at-bats. I mean, he's in a zone.
Maybe he could slow down just a twitch.
Yeah, maybe a tad.
But when you have rhythm, you're not thinking, you're just going. And
Yeah, that's
sometimes
right.
that's when you're in the zone, as they say in sports, right? And there's a fastball at 80 miles an hour yanked foul. Count is full to Andrew Lyon, who got a no decision last night on the mound for the Warriors, and he's out of pitches. We won't see him on the mound. And the cat and mouse continues here. Lyon has been really good at this over his career. He's a pitcher, so he knows he wants to control the situation, but Taylor's working so fast, he has to call for time again.
The umpire barely pointed over to Taylor to say, all right, it's on you, and immediately Lyon stepping out.
And that is ball 4. That's one hopped in. So Lyon is aboard. That was interesting. Both teams are fighting for their tempo that they want, pitcher and hitter, and Lyon ends up outlasting Taylor on that one.
It's hard to be the one in control when you are in the batter's box. The pitcher usually can control that. But after he got those 2 quick strikes on him, he's like, you know what? If I just throw off the tempo, then I can control the tempo. And that's all he did. He just step out of the box once, step out of the box one more time. It was enough.
And that one fought up and out of play off the bat of Trey Vaughn. Trey Vaughn is only a junior, having a great year. Vaughn hitting .358, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, and a triple. And fastball at 81 paints the outer half for a called strike. Strike 2. 0-2 the count now on Trey Vaughn.
This is where he started with Andrew Lyon as well, an 0-2 count, and then he ended up losing it. What can he do here?
Down low, 3, or ball 1. Let's check the Intermountain Sports performance. Yeah, it was 79, so that was the fastball, I believe, from Riker Taylor. Just couldn't find the K zone. A little bit downstairs. 1-2 pitch coming.
Close.
And that one's just missing as well. 2-2 the count.
That's just low and inside. I don't mind when you've got a pitcher's count throwing some of these, but now it's a little closer to do or die. You don't want to work it into a full count necessarily, and you especially don't want to walk him and get 2 on.
And a swing and a miss. It does get away. And he's going to be out. They don't have to throw it down. So that's a strikeout for Riker Taylor. That's his 4th, I believe, already on the K meter.
Yeah, Riker Taylor, we talked so much about the tempo in the pregame, and you guys just referenced it a couple minutes ago, but it's clear who's maintained it and had it and going to have it right now until something changes, and that's Crimson.
And first pitch here to Talon Hansen, number 4 batter in this Warrior lineup today. Rue is down there at first. Here comes the pitch from Taylor. And that one fought off into shallow. And coming in, McKay Wright dropped it. He absolutely dropped the ball. The throw is going to be in time for the out, though. Wow. Well, that ended up being an okay drop for McKay Wright.
That was a wild turn of events right there, right? We thought that maybe it would be 2 outs the easy way with the fly, but he lost it. They still get the 2 outs and get the leadoff runner, so in some ways they're back to where they started.
Just kind of looked like it hit the palm of the glove and just fell straight down. He picked it up, and because Lyon couldn't go very far on a pop-up, by the time he tried to get down to second, the throw was in plenty of time. Big swing by Dewey Gibb, lifted high, way up in the air. And again, McKay coming in this time, no problem, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the inning. So Line gets a board. They can't do anything with him. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And we're cruising, going to the bottom of the 4th. When we come back, Mustangs have the 2-0 lead here on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Today's game brought to you by Dealer Collision Center, our big hit sponsor. Cutter Christensen, the big hit so far, as the 2 RBI hit that has given the Mustangs the 2-0 lead, as the Mustangs will get their ABs here as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Dealer Collision, proud sponsor of Region 9 Baseball. From minor collisions to major accidents, you choose Dealer Collision to repair your vehicle. Dewey Gibb outside for ball 1. Now Dewey, that was his pitch 47. So pretty good work through 3 innings. Paulie has been working feverishly all week. It kind of started as we were just joking around because Paulie's like, I like that name, or I like this name.
Yeah.
So I said, well, Paulie, let's put together your bracket play all names team. And so let's hear who you've got, the 9 guys that are your favorite 9 names from this week at the State Baseball Championships.
That's right. Reason that I bring it up now is we've got Ryder Alenez, who is pops one.
Yep, fly ball, but going to be not deep, and Cale Johnson going to come in and make the catch for the out.
Ryder Alenez is a honorable mention on the all-name team, along with Ledger Ship. Those two made the honorable mention. The 9 names on the all-name team this year are going to be Diesel Lee from Snow Canyon, Stokely Tate, Desert Hills, Ripken and Maddox Jensen from Ridgeline, Dash McCann from Timpanogos, Cutter Christensen from Crimson, Dewey Gibb from Snow Canyon, Canyon Clegg from Timpanogos, and finally Titan Day from Timpanogos. And managing them on the all-name team, Chunner Nyberg from Dixie.
You like Chunner?
And I like Chunner.
It's a unique name.
It is.
Ever heard anybody named Chunner?
No.
And that's kind of what you're looking at, is uniqueness, right?
Yeah, a lot of the names on that list I'd never heard before. So really some unique ones and some cool ones. So.
Or just some really good baseball names. Like
yeah.
Dash McCann. It's like I've heard people named Dash before,
yeah.
but like there's something about the combo of that name that's a great baseball name.
That's right.
Caden, any omissions? Anybody you'd like to add to that list?
I think it's a pretty solid list. I think that's a really good list.
Okay, there you go. Paulie's all names team. 3-0 pitch, needs to strike, and Gibb delivers right down Broadway, and it's 3-1 as he's working on Ryder Sherritt, the senior. And he lost Ryder Sherritt. Of course, Ryder Sherritt hasn't had the senior season in baseball like he did in football as the quarterback of the football team. Who could ever forget? He'll go down in Crimson football history. Part of that greatest comeback ever is Spanish Fork. They were already starting to bow that one up, hand out MVP awards. It looked like Spanish Fork was going to win state, and then all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes of that football game in the 4th quarter, Crimson got stops and turnovers and big plays and touchdowns, and they came roaring back and won it in one of the most impressive state championship comeback wins of all time in the state of Utah, in my opinion. I don't know what you thought, Paul. You were there, too.
That's right. Not only your opinion. I'm with you on that.
Okay. It was amazing. There was glimpses. There was, Mustangs with tears running down their eyes. They thought they had lost, but they never, ever quit behind Wayne Alofapo and Andy Stokes. And a lot of these baseball players, like Dougie and like Ryder Sherritt and like McKay Wright, kind of some of the heart and soul players on this baseball team as well. Sherritt almost got picked off there. That was a good move by Dewey Gibb, and the field umpire froze but then signaled safe. And fastball just misses. It looked like he had a little more giddy up. That one for 84 from Dewey Gibb. Got a rink update for you, skatetherink.com. Juab has tied it up with Candy View 4-4 heading to the bottom of the 3. A 2-run single and a wild pitch played to the run. So Candy View, who won game 1, they're trying to win the 3A state championship right now, and we will keep you posted on that game. And inside corner, 3-1 the count. Bottom of the 4th inning, Crimson just got 2 in the bottom of the 3rd to break this scoreless game open. 2 runs on 4 hits. And a little sawed-off shot to first, and Vaughn's going to come tag Taylor since he was already coming forward in front of the bag rather than try to turn and beat him to the base. And that is out number 2. And Lennis does get down to, Sherritt does get down to second.
Still an out to play with here. And opportunity for Crimson to have Brecken Park stroll up to the plate. And we know this guy has that clutch gene, the flair for the dramatics, multiple walk-offs on the season. We had, I think, both of them here on the Fan Sports Network during the regular year. And he's just a guy that can do it in the big moments.
Dewey Gibb, that was the breaking ball, located perfectly to Brecken Park. And then after Brecken, back to the top of the order in J-Mac if Brecken can reach.
That's the part of the order that was really successful at getting some runs on the board.
Shot by Park to third, gloved, throw across the diamond is a bad throw. And a run will score. It's 3-0 Mustangs. Park's cruising around second. He's heading to third. He'll stop there. E5, and it's 3-0 Mustangs.
And we talk so much about mistake-free baseball being a key for every team throughout this state tournament run, as the margin for error is so slim in games like these, and that throw just airmailed and gets away. So it's going to bring in another run, and we got a 3-0 ball game now.
It was a hot shot, so he didn't have to rush it, but did he not put enough zip on it? Did he try to guide it a little bit there? It kind of looked like a smooth throw, and he didn't really just
whip it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And obviously, Diesel Lee has been the third baseman all year, but it's Jagger McGavero that's out there playing third right now for the Warriors. 3-0. Again, Crimson, if they win it, they are state champs. Snow Canyon's got to come back and win it to force a decisive game 3 later on today. J-Mac. Rocket number 9. I love number 9. That was my old high school football number. And big cut from J-Mac, and he can't find the baseball.
Good pitcher's count here after giving up a run, and you've got to remember you've got a guy on third over there, so can't allow anything. 2 outs is a good cushion to have, but you still got to capitalize.
MacArthur, a really tough out as well. Gets on base at a 500 clip.
A lot of famous baseball players wore number 9. Ted Williams, I think, wore 9. I know Reggie Jackson wore 9. What was your baseball number, Caden?
6.
You were 6.
Yep.
Roger Maris, of course, wore 9.
Yep, my favorite number to this day, still number 6.
There you go.
We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Got a runner at third, and that's going to be an RBI single into left center field off the bat of J. Mack. His Brecken Park will score, and it's 4-0 Mustangs.
And the hit parade is starting to be on here later in this game, as we started off with so slow, thought it was going to be a pitcher's duel both ways, but these Mustangs bringing them into the stable one by one, as we got a 4-0 game now.
And you kind of look at it and go, an unearned run there on the air, but Dewey Gibb now down 4-0. Snap throw over to first.
And is it time, do you guys think, to somewhat hit the panic button if you're Snow Canyon? I mean, I know this is a battle-tested team, but down 4-0, one game away from elimination.
And another hit up the middle. And Jackson Whitworth follows up J-Mac's RBI single with a single of his own. And the hits keep coming for the Stang Gang. No move yet. And now, as I think about it, here does come the skipper of the Warriors, Reed Seacrest. And you wonder if that's it for Dewey Gibb.
I feel like it might be it for Dewey Gibb at this point. They just want to close out this inning and let it be over with. I mean, Dewey Gibb's already pushing towards 70 pitches. He's been in there for a while, so looks like it will indeed be a pitching change.
So Dewey Gibb has been lifted. The Best Friends Animal Sanctuary stat line for Dewey: 3 2/3, 6 hits, gives up 4 runs. Only 2 were earned. A couple of those errors. And then he walked 1 and struck out 3. We've got a new pitcher. We'll talk about it when we come back on KSL Sports and the Fan Sports Network from the 4A State Baseball Championships at Bruce Hurst Field.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury. Qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Trent Chris is the new pitcher for the Snow Canyon Warriors. We saw him earlier this week come in and do a heck of a job, and Coach Seacrest calling on Trent right now to come steady the ship with a 4-0 lead for the Mustangs. 11 1/3 of work this year, 15 Ks, 11 walks for Trent, 2-0 record, 2 saves, and opponents are only hitting 200 off of him. A guy that has had to overcome some injuries in his young career, but is finally healthy, and you really started earlier this week to see the potential that this guy has. Wouldn't surprise me if he keeps just getting better and better, and he's pitching to college somewhere in the near future, based on what I've seen. And they need him right now. Crimson's got a 4-spot lead here, 4 runs, 6 hits for the Mustangs, no runs on just 1 hit, and 2 errors for the Warriors, which have cost them 2 runs on those 2 errors.
Well, you're sitting there with the force out at any base. and 2 outs away. So you're not as stressed right now as in the infield, as long as you can get something, a good grounder, something easy to play. There
Little
goes
sweeper, and it's a wild pitch, I believe. As you saw Kelch spring out of the catcher's position and just not be able to glove it, and everybody will advance 90 feet. And now runners on second and third for the Mustangs. So more ducks on the pond here for the Cliffs, and they're going to intentionally walk McKay Wright and load the bases here, make it a force at any bag, and they're going to pitch to Cutter Christensen, who has already got a 2 RBI hit in this game today.
Again, it goes back to the whole forced out situation. You had it, you lost it on the 3-0. You might as well just give him the base, and now you got to force out really at any base with home plate, of course, included.
Swing and a miss, strike 1, and now with the lefty Chris, you're seeing the switch hitting ability. Cutter's already got that RBI hit from the left side. Let's see what he can do from the right side as he'll switch it up.
Yeah, he hit that double with his last at bat, and now he's got a bases-loaded situation. He could be the hero 2 times around.
We were talking a little bit about that last night, how switch hitting seems to be a lost art among high school kids. And now a hit, and what do you know? Cutter Christensen wants to be the star of the night. He's got another 2 RBI hit, and the Mustangs are up 6-0.
Just like that, right on cue. Another couple of runs come across the board for Crimson Cliffs. The Mustangs, they are firing on all cylinders.
I guess he's just as good from the right side as the left. He absolutely barreled that up and ripped it into left.
Yeah, and it's getting a disaster situation this inning, all coming with 2 outs for the Warriors. I mean, just can't stop the bleeding.
They're celebrating in the dugout. And why not? They're vibing down there. Mustangs can smell it. They're up 6-0. First pitch from Trent Chris outside. Ball 1 to Austin Smith, the Mustang catcher. 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. I guess we're just afternoon, 12:12 local time. This was an 11 o'clock first pitch. And breaking ball, beautiful pitch there. That one curling in at 69 miles an hour and breaking right over the heart of the zone, and Smith didn't want to offer at it. Our 14th broadcast this week from this ballpark. And inside, my voice could use a day off tomorrow. Will we be celebrating a Mustang title, their 3rd in 4 years, or will Snow Canyon force a game 3 later this afternoon and come back? Still just bottom of the 4th inning, so a lot of baseball to be played here. But Snow Canyon finds themselves in a big hole right now, and another patient at bat, and Austin Smith all of a sudden has worked a 3-1 count. He's still got a runner in scoring position out there at second. That is McKay Wright. Cutter Christensen is over there at first. Clutch 2-out hit by CC moments ago. And the runners will go 3-1, hit and run, and this one ripped, but coming in, McGovero can't get to it. 1 run will score. Here comes the runners. Christensen is going to be thrown out at home plate, and that'll do it for the inning. But they do make it 7-0. What a throw by McGovero out there in center field. And the Warriors got some work to do. Another 3 runs on 2 hits, and they do get out of the inning with a big out at the dish. And we'll see what the Warriors can do. They need base runners when we come back. 7-0 Mustangs on the Fan Sports Network, KSL Sports.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Well, there was 4 dominant teams really all year. In fact, going to the final week of the regular season in Region 9 baseball, you had Crimson and Dixie and Desert Hills and Snow Canyon squaring off. And all 4 had a chance to win a region title, or at least a share of a region title. And ended up being co-region champs with Dixie and Desert Hills as Dixie swept Crimson. But since then, since Dixie beat Crimson, they have not lost, guys. They get swept, and they haven't lost a single game in the postseason, and they are 1 more win, and they are a 7-run lead on the scoreboard from celebrating their 3rd baseball state championship, and it would be their 10th state championship in just 6 years for Crimson Cliffs. They got 2 football, 2 in baseball, boys golf, girls tennis, among others, but 9 total state championships. And they're in a good position here as Cade Kelch is battling in the count 2-2 on a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Don't forget those coupon books are on sale. So you want to get over to Fabulous Freddy's, get a car wash today, and pick up a 10-pack of washes. They're 30% off. And you get a free wash today, plus those big gas savings. Of course, Paulie would tell you, if you stop by Fabulous Freddy's on Bluff Street, make sure you get an Ike sandwich. Sneaky good down there. Caden and Paulie go there all the time.
I love me an Ike sandwich.
That's right. Happy hour from 4 to 5, half-price sandwich.
That's right.
Sandwich shops have come, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, Ike's. There's some good sandwich shops nowadays. Capriati's. I'm going to start naming sandwich shops. Tom's Deli, local place. There's some good ones. Now, Seacrest just had a word with our umpire, and now I think there's something distracting the batters, and now they're making Riker Taylor take off some tape or a wristband, or he's got to move something around there. I'm not sure exactly, but that's my best guess. What'd you guys see there?
Yeah, he was moving something up the sleeve of his arm there.
Looked like a wristband or something, trying to hide it. Yeah. Pitching hand. Maybe the white on white kind of hides the ball. There's a shot through, and there's a base runner. Leadoff hit for Cade Kelch. I was watching Cade run there, and been watching him closely. Didn't play yesterday. We were told bad back, but looks fine right there, swinging the lumber.
Well, whatever it was, it worked. I mean, he's got on base now with a single, so whatever the umpire made the pitcher do, Riker Taylor, it paid off for Snow Canyon.
Kelch first hit of the game. He's now 1 for 2. And they will pinch run for him with Milo Ince coming in for the Warriors catcher. And here is Cale Johnson. Now, Cale Johnson kind of came up ginger when he got thrown out trying to swipe second earlier in this game. Looked like he maybe tore the leg up a little bit sliding there. Got a little slide rash. Is that a term, slide rash?
If it isn't, it should be.
And there's a hit to second, could be 2. And they don't relay it. They get the force out there as Brecken Park does get it over to J-Mac, but J-Mac does not have a play and eats that baseball and doesn't throw it over to first. Cale Johnson, good speed.
Yeah.
But you can see Cale is walking pretty ginger even back to the bag right now, guys. So he definitely tore his leg up somehow, some way, sliding earlier in this game.
Well, it's tough because he is an outfielder, so he's got to have his mobility. And when you get that taken away because he slid a little too hard into second, it's going to be really tough to try to bounce back from that.
And now we got a pinch hitter. P.J. Hancock's going to pinch hit for Jagger McGavero. And Hancock, who is your everyday shortstop when Andrew Lyon is on the mound, fights that one off out of play. It's a strike 1 foul ball. Cronendonk is getting loose down in the bullpen. Now it looks like he's going to sit back down. Or is that Chesnick? And that's a rip. That one into left center field off the base of the wall. Cale Johnson limping around third. Coach is saying go, 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 go. Ball is cut off, and Johnson scores, and he's hurting, guys.
Yeah, he's laboring for sure, grabbing that left knee.
I don't know what happened. I'm guessing that slide, but he's lucky he stayed on his feet to score. But Coach Seacrest needed him, and finally the Warriors have a run on the scoreboard. A pinch hit RBI double by Hancock.
Man, that's scary out there when you see a kid coming around, steps on home plate, and immediately just grabbed the leg because he was laboring to even get home. And he ran all the way from first to get there. That was a
long run.
Saw a big pinch hit for the Mustangs last night. In fact, it was our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, a base-clearing triple by Burbage. Now we get a pinch hit RBI double, and that Burbage hit kind of sparked Crimson last night. They're going to win in extra innings. Let's see if this hit can maybe spark the Warriors and get the lid off of Riker Taylor. It's only the third hit in the first run he's given up of the ballgame. That one off-speed pitch at 70 miles an hour missing. 1-0 pitch coming here, and that one fouled straight back. It's 1-1. This is Braden McGavero.
Riker Taylor, this is the first time that he's really faced any sort of a pressure or jam or anything that he's really had to work through. So first bit of adversity that is hitting this young man. Let's see how he works through it.
McGavero going to rip that one but foul. Big cut, but couldn't get it squared up, and it's down the first base line out of play. Game today brought to you by the City of St. George Recreation Department. The journey for your kid's sports career probably starts at SG City Rec, playing T-ball or junior jazz or getting out to winning one of their many events. They got the JAG golf program. They got adult softball and City League basketball, all kinds of summer activities. Go check out sgcityrec.org. They've changed the website, but sgcityrec.org will still redirect you to the new website. It's stgeorgerec.gov. Oh, and he beamed him. And McGavero trying to fire up the dugout a little bit. Paulie, in between innings, you said the Warriors' dugout was a little bit flat, but now they've got finally something a little bit to get excited about.
Yeah, that's right. It just seemed there was a little bit of a solemn tone over there, some heads hanging a little bit, but they seem to have regathered. Whatever Coach Seacrest was preaching to his troops, it seems like it's worked because they have gotten a jolt of energy like we haven't seen in this game.
And we're back up to the top of the lineup as well with Ledger's Ship. So with 1 out away and 2 on, Snow Canes put themselves in a decent spot here. Now it's just all about capitalizing on that. And it's first pitch, ball 1.
Moose is 0 for 1 today. Walked and grounded out. So looking for his base knock for the first time. Pitch count 78 now for Riker Taylor. Outside ball 2. 2-0 on the Nets on Fire pitch count. Building champions on and off the court. Big basketball tournament this weekend. You can always get over there and get individual or team training for your basketball players. A lot of our local talented players train at Nets, from high school to even some of the college guys around the area.
Wish they had an open division so we could field the team. Us
there you
three,
go.
yeah.
A little 3-on-3 tournament?
Yeah, that's
Is that what
right.
we're doing?
Yeah, I'd be low block.
We missed the 3-on-3
Guys, I'm
tournament.
the tallest guy on the team. I'm 6 feet tall as the tallest guy on the team. I don't know how well that's going to work out.
I'm getting every rebound. Don't worry, buddy.
I am worried. And there's a strike. His Ship started to go to first, and then gets called back to the plate, and it's 3-1.
If I stand straight, I'm 6'1", so I mean.
Okay. I like that.
Paulie, I'm worried about your stamina. Like 2 minutes in a sub for 7, and then 2 minutes more. Swing and a miss. Full count now on Ledger Ship. Appreciate Nets on Fire, though. Basketball training facility, but they sponsor football, basketball season, and baseball season. Great community partner. Such a cool complex up there at the Be More Sports Complex, having Nets on Fire. And there's a flare high pop-up. It's cutting away from the field of play. It's going to get out of play. and everybody will reset. Runners were going on the full count pitch. They'll trot back to first and second. Hancock's down at second. McGavero down there at first, Braden McGavero, and Moose at the plate. Ledgership in the batter's box, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, and that one popped up out of play. Another Fabulous Freddy's foul ball.
Said it earlier in the game that Jason MacArthur's a tough out at leadoff, but how about Ledgership? He's also a very hard out to obtain for any pitcher. Not the most power, not the highest average, but a really high on-base percentage. So someone that's really tough to get one against.
318 and lost him. Bases loaded full of Warriors, and figured that this game was not over, and they've cut it to 7-1, and now bags are full. Only one out, and here comes Justin Abbott with the pitch count now at 84 for Riker Taylor. And you wonder if they'll have to go to the bullpen or if they're going to let him face one more batter and see if he can induce a double play ball or something of that nature. He's got plenty of pitches still left. He can go to 110. He's at 84.
He's got about 25, 26 left then if he's at 84. So, but here's the problem. You're facing off against a really good part of the lineup. Andrew Lyon has been really solid at the batter's box this whole tournament. And so if he gets a decent knock here, it could be a base-clearing double. It could be even just bringing in 1 or 2 runs, something like that. If you start to bring in a few runs here, that 7-0 lead that you had to start the inning is really dwindled away a lot. So, and especially with 2 more innings left to play, I mean, this is a game where Crimson wants to continue to just keep that padded lead as long as they possibly can.
8 Warriors hit above 300. Cale Johnson, Dewey Gibb, McGavero, Trayvon, Cade Kells, Diesel Lee, and Andrew Lyon. He's sitting at 323. Ledgership's at 318. So those are your guys that are north of 300. And I remember going over to Snow Canyon early in region, and after the preseason, I want to say Rue was only hitting like 270. And now he has just been getting better and better. Average keeps going up and up. Even when he's getting out, he's hitting it hard. We've seen a couple of shots that have just went right to outfielders on bullets. So Lyon a chance with one swing of the bat to make some hay for the Warriors. He takes a called strike 1. First one was a ball, so count quickly goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Rue.
The last pitch was a really good look.
And a shot, and it's gloved. It could be a double play. It is. He touches third and throws it to first. How about that web gem by Race Bennett? And that gets past him. And that's probably at least a 2 RBI double. Instead, it's a double play for the defense of Crimson Cliffs.
Big time play, big time moment. Crimson Cliffs keeps the 6-run lead now as they'll head into the bottom of the 5th, trying to extend it.
Mark that down as a momentum-stopping defensive play for the Mustangs. We'll take the break. 7-1 on the Wilkinson scoreboard here from Bruce Hurst Field.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Hey, welcome back. High school baseball all season long here on the Fan Sports Network, presented by the Boulevard, making your house more like home for over 50 years, and on KSL, our streaming partner, UCCU Love, where you bank. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, and Paul Ratliff, Tara Akin, Nathan Nelson, the whole crew bringing you today's coverage. 7-1. Do have a rink 3A baseball update for you after this first pitch, a tie for a ball. After 4 innings in the 3A championship, Canyon View 6, Juab 4. So Canyon View with a win would be 3A state champs.
That'd be huge. Brings another one back to Southern Utah if that's the case.
Yeah.
My good buddy
Iron County.
My good buddy Casey McClellan is the assistant coach up there and has a son on that Canyon View Falcons team. Swing and a miss. And Ryder Linus facing a 1-2 count now. Trent Chris staying on to pitch here in relief. That was his 13th pitch in relief of Dewey Gibb. And 85 miles an hour and down on strikes is Ryder Linus. Couldn't find the barrel on the ball, and that's a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Trent Chris.
Great pitch there by Chris. He's been doing a really good job of locating the zone as well. He's sitting at about 500, so between balls and strikes, which is not a bad spot to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of look at what went wrong for Snow Canyon last night. It was too many walks.
Yeah.
By the pitching staff. Gave Crimson a lot of base runners last night. Snow Canyon had more hits in the game, but
that was the
3 passes can kill you when you have 6 or 7 in a ball game.
Yeah, that was the perplexing stat. It's just that the more hits by the Warriors, but just timely hits. If there was a stat for that, it always came for the Mustangs when they had runners in scoring position.
Backdoor breaking ball doesn't get back over the plate. 2-1 the count on a 78-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Yeah, there was 20 runs scored, but there was only, 13 total hits last night to score 20 runs?
A lot of free passes.
That tells you hit by pitch, walks, a lot of base runners last night. Ryder Sherritt, 2-1 count. Ryder 0 for 1 officially today, swing and a foul. Kind of looked like it came back off of Kelch and then bounced back onto the field of play. Brush baseball for Trent Chris. And now he's talking with Cade Kelch as he now makes his way back to the bump. Wind has kicked up a little bit here, guys, in the afternoon. It's probably about a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing kind of straight from the south. So definitely could start to see balls hit the left field, get up in that jet stream and get a little help, and balls hit into right could probably get knocked down just a little bit. Not enough wind, I don't think, to mess with the pitcher or anything, to the infield. And lost Ryder Sherritt. There's another free pass given up, and the Mustangs have a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning with a 7-1 lead. So 1 on, 1 out for Riker Taylor, who's 0 for 2 in this game so far this afternoon.
This is where it gets interesting, right? Now that they've got another base runner, do they continue to stack on a lead here and rally with the 1 out, or can Snow Canyon start to put things away?
Sacrifice bunt, and it's fouled out of play. Fouled is Freddie's foul ball. Thanks to Bucks Ace Hardware, Sport Court of Southern Utah, Honolulu Grill, and Everbowl, some of our great sponsors. Keep those highlights coming in for our Jimmy John highlight of the week. Did we? I failed to look, Caden. Did we get a highlight posted yesterday?
That's a good question. We've got a bunch of highlights of this game that were posted. So we do have a bunch of highlights from the game yesterday over on our Instagram if you've missed any of that.
Yeah. Of course, our highlights of the week all go to a vote at the end of the month this month. We'll wrap up the spring sports season, and we'll have Jimmy John's for the winning team of the highlight of the month. Keep those nominations coming in. We want your home videos. We don't have a camera on every local sporting event, especially in the spring sports season where we have 10 spring sports being played. So keep submitting your videos. Tag us on social, DM us on social, @TheFanSN, or you can actually go to our website and upload your highlights. We got a cool highlight from 14U, I think it was the Outlaws softball game.
Yeah, a nice double play.
Yeah, from a couple days ago. 1-2 the count on the Nets on Fire pitch count. We're in the 5th. bottom half. Runner will go on the pitch, and stolen base for the Mustangs. They got a runner into scoring position. That's a strikeout, though, as Riker Taylor is retired, and Brecken Park will step in with 2 outs, but they do have a runner now down at second base.
And even though the deficit's 6 runs, it's critically important for the Warriors to get out of this inning 7-1. They can't allow any further damage. They've just got to stabilize and look for a big inning in the next frame.
Some breaking news, another rink Region 9 update, skatetherink.com. Perfect for your kid's next birthday party. We'll get it after this play. It's a high fly ball. It's an infield fly, and it's caught by Ledger Ship. Rand Sawyer just won the state championship in the 100-meter, guys, 10.55. So the future SUU T-Bird, former Dixie Flyer running back, has been turning some heads with his speed on the 100-meter.
There you go, Rand. Very good.
All right, take a break. We'll go to the 6th when we come back. 7-1 here on the Fan Sports Network, KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Ring, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Welcome back, Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. 7-1 our score. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Cade Formaster here, and the Mustangs gonna go to work on the number 3 hitter, which will lead off the inning. Trey Vaughn will step in, guys, and it's kind of do or die time. Warriors running out of time here to make a comeback.
Yeah, not many outs left in this game for the Warriors, so now is the time. Got to start the rally now as the sand in the hourglass starting to run out.
If anything, too, I mean, listen, the way that Crimson Cliffs has been putting up runs as well, at this point, as that one's well inside for ball 1, you're also just trying to avoid any sort of a mercy rule situation in the final state playoff game as well. It's only 4 runs for Crimson Cliffs, and so you just want to keep eating away at that as that one's pulled into play.
And that's looped into left field, and wow,
man.
what a catch out there by Mr. Wright.
What a feat of athleticism that was, as he got galloping on his horse right off the sound of that bat. Long run and makes that diving catch, you know, saves an extra base hit for the Mustangs.
He just kind of glides over to the line, just kind of nonchalantly goes down and just keeps it off the grass.
And he's a bigger guy. I mean, he's not, you know, he's not a huge body, but he's a bigger guy that moves deceptively well for his size.
I agree, but he makes it look so smooth, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Huge defensive out again, had that double play, and now they have a diving catch. Everything seeming to go the way you need it to go when you're trying to win a state championship for Crimson Cliffs.
That's right. If you don't have the luck in that situation, that ball gets away and rolls to the wall.
And pitch from Cronendonk is over to McKay Wright, who's on that line just where he was moments ago. This one a little easier catch as he stays on his feet to record the out.
Yeah, time getting late now for the Warriors as they need to stage something. A jolt of energy in the dugout, something to get this group inspired and ready to try and fight to the end of this one.
Staten Cronendonk in. He's been kind of the number 2 starter all year long. Do we get first pitch swinging? And there's a base hit. A 2-out single into right field. Good hit in the first given up by Cronendonk in relief. the numbers on Statton this year. 3.18 ERA. He's got a 3-2 record. He's pitched a lot. I think he's second in appearances this year with 10. And 39 2/3 work, and opponents are hitting just 234 off Statton. And there's a hot shot, and that's back-to-back 2-out hits by the Warriors as Cade Kelch has a multi-hit game with his second hit of the afternoon.
A wild throw comes in a little bit there, but they squeeze it and get it back to Cronendonk. And, man, now the Warriors kind of got something cooking here. I know 2 outs, but we've seen plenty of teams, and this Warriors team rally for with 2 outs earlier on this week. So is it time they dig deep, make one final push here? I know they have another 3 outs in the last inning, but this seems like an opportunity to get at least one run.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get all the way around right now with who you've got up, right? You're looking at 2 guys coming around, maybe make it a 7-4 ball game.
Yeah.
Milo, is that Milo Ince? It is. Pinch hitter Milo Ince is into the game. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. Dewey Gibb dancing around out there at second base. Here comes the delivery, and it's high, ball 1.
And if you're Cronendonk, you just focus on the batter at the plate. Don't worry about the dancing by Gibb. He's trying to draw your attention, throw you off your game a little bit. Just worry about getting it to the plate with accurate pitches, good placement.
And the pitch missing. Ball 2.
Maybe this is a situation, too, where you just want a lefty batter up at the plate.
Two outs here in the inning, but Warriors threatening, and there's a much-needed strike for Cronendonk.
2-1, still a batter's count here for Entz.
Again, great crowd here at Hearst, Utah Tech University. And that one high, 3-1. Just a little bit above the K-zone. Statton, Cronendonk trying to come in and get that 3rd out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pinch hitter is Ince, and he beamed him, and the bases are loaded. And P.J. Hancock will come in with them juiced up for SC. And all of a sudden right now, Crimson fans just getting a little bit more nervous than they probably have been all afternoon. Now, the last time the Warriors had them loaded up, they were able to work out of trouble, gave up just that 1 run, and left the bases loaded.
Lion hit into that double play, and now there's an opportunity here for the Warriors once again. I mean, they haven't said die yet. They're still fighting hard, but the bases loaded, and an opportunity here for Hancock to really get back into this game and tighten this one up.
So, again, P.J. Hancock hit that double his last at-bat. So he's already got a hot bat today. Does he continue with it? Or can Snow Canyon continue to get some runs? Can Crimson Cliffs close it out with 2 outs away? I mean, so much up for grabs here.
Good start for Cronendonk there as he pipes one into the strike zone. All this coming with 2 outs as well for the Warriors.
And a swing and a drive into right field, but CC has a beat on it. He slips! He slips in the safe! He doesn't catch it! And the Warriors will get a couple here, and they close the lead. The ball is still loose, and now the runner is going to dart from home, and he's going to score.
And safe at 3rd.
And Coach Sechrist is down on his back. What happened to Coach Sechrist there? I looked down and he's laying on his back.
I think it was stress. I think
he was trying to get out of the throwing
lane. I think he was
lane.
trying to get out of the way with that passed ball. He was just trying to dive away from it all. But look, momentum shifts. Okay, here we are. Big momentum shift.
7-4 now. Take another look at the end. What happens to Coach Sechrist? He's kind of
Sechrist was just trying to get out of the way of that play, so he kind of dove down to get out of the way of
the flight of the ball.
Yeah, so he just wanted to be out of the obstruction area there. And we got a pitching change. That'll be it for Cronendonk. We got a pitching change. We'll take a break. Warriors tighten it up here. It's do or die for SC here in the 6th inning. It's 7-4, Crimson leading when we come back on the Fan Sports Network, KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Intercap Lending, Red Rock Real Estate, and St. George News.
This will be the toughest 4 outs Crimson's probably had to record all year, in theory, right, guys? I mean, this is Snow Canyon fighting for their season, fighting to force a decisive Game 3, and they've cut that lead down to 7-4, and they've scored 3 runs already here in the inning.
Crazy part is Crimson's out of this inning if Christensen doesn't slip out there probably in right field. I mean, that was a play that probably should have been made, but it wasn't, and don't blink, but the Warriors are within 3 runs and still staging this 2-out rally.
How about Milo in? How about just pinch hitters in general? How about coaches knowing when to go to guys and giving them at-bats? We've seen some really good managerial moves in the pinch hitting department, and it works out for Snow Canyon after Ince delivered. And now here is Braden McGavero, and the first pitch catches the outside part of the plate on a 79-mile-an-hour pitch from Chesnick. Chesnick is now in to pitch, third pitcher of the game for Crimson Cliffs. And that one outside.
And when you're down to the nitty-gritty like Crimson is here, 4 outs away from winning the state title, you just empty the tank. Everything you've got from your pitching staff.
And there's a rip shot, but it's twisting, and it's foul by a yard. That was hit well and would have been extra bases there for the speedy Braden McGavero. The numbers on Chesnick this season, 3.71 ERA. He's got a 1-1 record. He's made 7 appearances. This is his 8th. Chesnick, 5 2/3 work, so not extended pitching at the varsity level. Opponents hitting just 200 off of him. Hasn't been a great state tournament for Staten Cronendonk, who got roughed up a little earlier in the week, and he kind of got roughed up there, and they had to go get him. A little frustrating for Staten, who's a good pitcher.
Yeah, I thought before the game he might have been the guy slated to get the start, but like you said, kind of had a tougher game in his first appearance of the bracket play.
I think that influenced things.
He was good through the season, though. Regular season was great.
Yep, he was kind of the number 2 guy on this staff all year long, for sure. Seven to 4 our score. 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the 6th. Crimson trying to hang on to a 3-run lead with a runner on third. That's P.J. Hancock. P.J. 90 feet away. Crimson is 4 defensive outs away from a state championship Game 2 victory and a dog pile, but it's going to be tough. And they got a big swing and a miss and a strikeout there. So Chesnick comes in and gets a huge Red Rock Real Estate strikeout, and that'll end the 6th. The Warriors do get 3, and they cut the lead to 7-4. When we come back, we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Crimson will try to tack some more insurance runs back on the scoreboard when we return.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching or listening, really appreciate you joining us for the coverage. We enjoy bringing you the action here on KSL Sports, presented by UCCU, and on the radio, presented by the Boulevard. And we go to the bottom half of inning number 6. It's a 7-4 lead for Crimson, and back to the top of the order. And here is Jason MacArthur, J-Mac, the left-handed batter, facing Trent Chris, who stays in the pitch. A big old 66-mile-an-hour sweeper for a strike 1.
Great first pitch. And it feels like Snow Canyon does have a little bit of life now, but they still need to continue to rally here. Part of that is going to be just getting out of this inning without Crimson Cliffs adding any more to that score.
And the big question is, do they stay with Chesnick, or do they go maybe to like a Jackson Whitwer, who came in and got the job done the other night?
Well, Coach Abbott said on the show, it's a hard decision any time to take him out of center field, as good as he is defensively out there, but I think they need him on the mound.
Chesnick looked pretty good there getting that last strikeout, though. And Jason MacArthur just got plonked right in the middle of the back as he was turning. And that one did not feel good, guys. And that one was 83 miles an hour right on the spine. And J-Mac taking a slow walk down to first base.
Yeah, that's not going to feel good. Luckily, it's the last day of the season, so you know what?
A lot of time to ice it,
He
right?
can ice that off, you know?
Jason MacArthur, the electrician. Did you guys know that during the day he internships to be an electrician, and then he goes to the ballpark and plays ball in the afternoons?
Oh, I like that.
Another guy that I think has next-level potential, but already kind of getting his internship and has picked kind of a career path at this point in time. Obviously, you love a kid that kind of knows what they want. Sometimes it takes a while to figure it out. I mean, Paul, what are you, 30, and you're still figuring it out, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm 46. I'm still trying to figure it out. Although we do have, fortunately, some careers in broadcasting, and we love what we do. But I've thought about, when I was 18, did I know what I wanted to do? Absolutely not, right? You see kids now with the portal and switching degrees, and sometimes half the time, more than half the time, you don't even end up using your degree. You end up doing something else. But nice to have that. Nice to have that college degree, and love these kids that are getting an opportunity here to compete at the highest level for a baseball state championship. I don't know what the team GPA is for both these teams, but I'm guessing it's really high. Some smart guys out there for both these two Region 9 teams.
Some of them as well have been nominated for our Sport Court of Southern Utah Scholarship.
That's right. Yeah, there's a few players on this field that have been nominated. And, again, we've teamed up with Sport Court of Southern Utah. They do some unbelievable work, turn your backyard into a year-round playground and training center with their multi-purpose courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts. You can do acrylic courts. And a swing and a miss, and Jackson Whitworth strikes out. Huge strikeout for Trent Chris. Brought to you by Red Rock Real Estate. If you haven't heard, though, and you're just tuning in for the first time, we've got about till next Wednesday for the nominations to roll in, and then we'll close nominations. So if you've yet to nominate a local senior with a 3.0 GPA, tell us what sports they played, how they're giving back to their school, what they're involved in. A paragraph is fine. And then they could win and be awarded a $5,000 scholarship. Caden and I were counting them up. We're right around about 35 nominations right now. And we got just a few days left to nominate, and then we will award that, and we will announce the winner in this new scholarship that we're looking to do every year with our friends at Sport Court of Southern Utah. $5,000 can go a long way, too, towards college housing, books, tuition, all of those things. Less than 2% of high school student athletes go on to play college sports in the country. That is the average. Want to help you chase that dream? So 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 6 for Mr. McKay Wright. Is it right time again? And that might be a dirty bomb. It's hanging, though. It's hanging, and it drops. And they got to try to throw to second, but MacArthur does get down there just in time as he had to freeze to make sure that wasn't caught halfway between first and second. And the Mustangs got runners on first and second with 1 out.
Back in business once again. McKay Wright just been seeing watermelons today and playing a great job out there in left field as well. He's just played a complete game for the Mustangs on the biggest stage. And now they got 1 in scoring position, 2 on, just 1 out. So an opportunity for some more insurance here after Snow Canyon clawed back into this game.
Trent Chris, first pitch strike, 1. RBI ground out, fielder's choice for Canyon View after 5, 7-4. Canyon View leading Juab. Canyon View took game 1 last night in the 3A state championship. Same score as we have here, 7-4. They lead Juab, and here Crimson leads Snow Canyon, with Crimson winning game 1 last night and also leading. So if you're a Crimson or a Canyon View fan, you're thinking about state championship because there's not much game left to go. Some big moments still left in front of us here, though, as Trent Chris is trying to get out of here without giving up any more damage. J. Mack at second. And Wright's down at first. And Cutter Christensen, the switch hitter, has been unbelievable today. How about the state tournament for CC? 2 for 3 today with a couple of RBIs. Did the same thing last night. Multi-hit game with some RBIs. And there's a swing and a shot, but it's right to the line. Could be 2. The relay in time, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. And that's exactly what the Warriors needed, and now the table is set. Crimson is 3 defensive outs away from a state championship. Warriors need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead when we come back here to Bruce Hurst Field at Utah Tech University.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Well, it's do or die time for the Snow Canyon Warriors. The defending 4A state champs from a year ago are down 7-4. They've got the top of the order coming up here as Moose will lead things off. They're chasing 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead in the top of the 7th. It will be Chesnick staying in to pitch for Coach Justin Abbott and the Mustangs. And the first pitch to Moose, right down the middle, 78 miles an hour for strike one.
Desperation time now if you're the Warriors. Every base runner matters, so get on however you can.
And this one hit into left field. Got some cut spin to it. Right circles back to it. And Crimson is 2 outs away from their third state baseball title in 4 seasons.
Yeah, the anticipation building in the stands. You can hear the Crimson faithful getting louder and louder with each defensive out.
We're going to have some post-field Coral Canyon coaches' comments, player interviews if there's no game 3. Paul and I are going to stay here in the booth, but Caden's going to go down for some on-field interviews. And we got to wait and see if that's going to be Crimson celebrating or if Snow Canyon's got to come back. And there's a breaking ball and a beautiful one from Chesnick, freezing Andrew Line for a called strike one. Tense moments for Warrior fans. They need base runners. Down by 3 runs. Here's the pitch, and Chesnick looks dialed in. Strike 2.
It's not messing around.
80 miles an hour on the radar gun, brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. Of course, if Snow Canyon can't come back and take the lead or tie it, we'll go right into our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. We'll hand out all our awards, like I mentioned, on-field interviews. And we'll put a bow on the season. If Snow Canyon can come back, then we will prepare for game 3. Lyon facing a 1-2 count. Chesnick, here's the righty's pitch. This fought off, could be trouble. Dropping into right as Cutter Christensen dives but can't make the catch. It's a single, a 1-out single for Andrew Lyon, and that's good news for Warrior fans.
Lyon showing some emotion there on first base as he knows he's got the rally started. Every rally needs to start somehow, and he gets on base, and now it's time to keep the line moving if you're SC, but if you're Crimson, you just want to get out of this and be state champions.
Here is Trayvon looking for his first hit of the game. Chesnick has only thrown 12 pitches in relief, came in, got out of that last inning with a couple outs, and now he's already got an out here in the 7th. 1 on, 1 out. Trayvon heading the count 1-0. Trey, 358 batting average. Would love to find some green grass. Fastball 79, and it paints the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 1-1 count with 1 out, 1 on, top of the 7th, 7-4. Crimson can smell it. Snow Canyon trying to take control here, and they got to rally. It's a chopper. It could be trouble. MacArthur throwing, and he can't get it there in time. Everybody is safe. That was a dribbler to the left side of the pitcher's mound. Finally, MacArthur gloved it, but it was too late to make the play over there at first base. I think that's going to be an infield single, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sharply hit and just had to come a long way for it if you're MacArthur. So I don't think that can be an error. That's got to be an infield single.
I would score it a single. So 2 on, and now the pressure now does mount a little bit more on Chesnick. The tying run is now at the plate, and it's Talon Hansen of Snow Canyon. Talon Hansen is a junior. He swings it at a 290 average. Kind of struggled a little bit in the state tournament. He was above 300 all year long, and now he's dipped just below it here. But a chance here to come up clutch for his guys. And again, a strike 1 pumped right down the middle. 78 miles an hour from Chesnick. Not straight gas, but he's got good command, upper 70s. And that one, 80 miles an hour, fought up and out of play for strike 2.
Now in the pitcher's count, 0-2 hole here for Hansen, and he's got to battle back. The season hanging in the balance here for the Warriors.
Hansen looking for his first hit in a big spot here for the Warriors. It's high, ball 1. Chesnick trying to get him to Chase that 80-mile-an-hour fastball that was up around the shoulders. Chesnick needs 2 outs. Hansen fights it up and out of play. It's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Appreciate Fabulous Freddy's, longtime great partner with us here on the network, bringing you high school sports. Coupon books are on sale, full-service car wash, 2 St. George locations. Pink cookies, splash drinks, Ike Sandwich Shop. A lot of reasons to fuel up and save at Fabulous Freddy's. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and the Mustangs are 1 out away from a title. Hansen down swinging. It's a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. And here is Dewey Gibb stepping in with 2 away and 2 on.
And what about the storyline here? A guy that's already had a walk-off home run in this bracket play of the state tournament. He steps in with a chance to tie the game if he's to do the same thing.
Chesnick, here is the first pitch to Dewey Gibb. He walked it off in that 4-2 win on Wednesday night to propel Warriors into this title best-of-3 series and give them a chance to go back-to-back. And now he's got a chance to extend the season here for his team. Got to find a way to get aboard, get a hit. And that one just missing. 2-0 the count. Here, groan from the Mustang fans. They thought maybe that one was over the inside part of the plate at 78 miles an hour. Here's Chesnick rocking that red hair dye out of the back of the hat, and there's a called strike. That was the changeup and found the plate. And it's 2-1. Tying run at the plate. Mustangs leading 7-4. We're in the 7th inning, top half. Mustangs are the home team. They need 1 out, and they won't get it. Dewey Gibb, it's going to be a hit into left, and they're going to put everybody on bases loaded. Not hit deep enough to score the run. Coach Seekers put that stop sign up. Didn't want to risk ending the game with a play at the plate when you're chasing 3. And Cade Kelch will be the batter, and Jason MacArthur and Ray Spinnett will come over and fist bump their pitcher, Chesnick.
Chesnick's heart's got to be racing right now. The chance to close it out on the mound. And same for Dewey Gibb in that last at-bat. Probably feeling a lot of nerves, but pokes it out, loads the bases. Now an opportunity.
Chesnick taking his time. He has the sign. Now here is the pitch, and outside. 79 miles an hour for ball 1. Right down the middle, 78 miles an hour over the zone. Kelch takes that one for a called strike, 1-1 the count.
Kelch, a great defensive batter, though. I know if he goes down to 2 strikes, he's going to be battling that zone, fighting off pitches.
Pitch popped up. It's going to get out of play, and everybody will reset into the bullpen area over there of the Mustangs. Bennett was giving chase, taking a look right at the fence, but he ran out of real estate.
Mustangs 1 strike away, and their crowd starting to notice and come to their feet here at Bruce Hurst Field.
Again, coming up, our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Awards, reaction, and if Crimson wins it, on-field interviews from Coach Abbott and players. But first things first, do the Warriors have a big hit again here? Outside. And it's 2-2, 80 miles an hour, tailing away from the left-handed batter, Cade Kelch. What pitch do you want to throw here? 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! State championship for the 3rd time in 4 years. There's the dog pile on Chesnick at the pitcher's mound, and the Mustangs have won it by a final score of 7-4. That's a heck of a dog pile, guys.
And the Red Kingdom reigns supreme once again. And just the consummate athletics program and I mean, the baseball team just finding their way to get the 3rd state title in 4 years. It's just an incredible run for this group and an incredible program and incredible group.
We'll take a break. When we come back, on-field interviews, the state championship for the Mustangs, final score 7-4 on the Wilkins scoreboard here on KSL and the Fan Sports Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Back here live, 7-4 the finals. We welcome you to the final Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Raw emotion and excitement for the Mustangs. Justin Abbott just gave Andrew Line a big hug. Both these two teams that know each other so well, giving props. Crimson has won it. They win last night in extra innings, 12-8, and they win today to seal a 4A state championship. The final score 7-4. And Caden Formaster is down on the field, and he's got McKay Wright. Caden, go ahead.
I got the guys here. McKay Wright hanging out. We got the whole gang. Let's be real.
Put another ring on their finger, huh?
State champions for the Saint Gang, guys. How we feeling?
Awesome. Let's go. Great. Never better. This is awesome. This is a dream. This is what you work for all year, and it's awesome to be here.
Guys, I mean, obviously, this is a big celebration. You guys got back to it. You won 2 in a row a few years back. I know a lot of you guys weren't a part of that, but you are now. How's it feel to bring it back over to your side of Washington County, Crimson Cliffs?
It's awesome. It's it's culture's winning over here, and we've built that from the last 4 years. We've just been winning, and bring it back to Crimson, and just win again. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I love this team. This is every little kid's dream. Everybody dreams of winning state their senior year, and I love all the boys on here. We play as a team, and so that's where we're at. So couldn't be happier.
Awesome. Congrats, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Good job.
That's the craziest mosh pit Caden's
All right,
ever
guys,
been in.
they're hyped, man. We'll get it back to you. We'll talk to coaches soon.
Okay, we'll go back down to Caden in just a minute. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen everybody circle around and be so excited to be a part of a post-game interview before. And great job, Caden. And now the trophy is delivered to Crimson Cliffs. Snow Canyon, they're down on the side, hugs those seniors. It's come to an end. Another great year for Coach Seacrest and the Warriors, but Crimson definitely just outplayed the Warriors in this 3-game series, and they deserve to be champs.
Yeah, a very hungry 8 seed in the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. This was a team that came in and shocked Desert Hills with that Madden Smith gem and just kept rolling the momentum all the way through.
Let's go down to Justin Abbott, who was with Caden Formaster.
Yeah, Coach, we were on the mic real quick. Let's talk to the people watching at home. Congrats on getting it done. You did it in 2 games. A phenomenal playoffs here. I know you guys came into the playoffs with a couple losses, so maybe a chip on your shoulder. Go take a picture.
Take a picture?
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna go take a picture. We'll be right back with him.
Hey, you got to get the photo moment. Those guys are going to cherish that forever. But I do want to hear what Coach Abbott has to say. I just saw him and Coach Sechrist. Coach Sechrist was getting the second-place trophy from his principal, Kyle Campbell. Of course, a lot of people know each other really, really well, and it's obviously bittersweet for us. We follow both of these teams, but this is why we love sports. Moments like this, and Crimson truly deserving of the state championship. Caden down there waiting for Coach Abbott, and we'll get Coach here with him in just a second. We'll get to more of the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show and all of our awards and everything in a couple of minutes, and there's plenty of praise to go around when it comes to what was the difference in this one, in this best-of-3 series, as Crimson still celebrating the trophy somewhere down in the mix. You've got a few administrators and some media on the field, and Coach Abbott is now addressing the team, probably telling them, Paul, how proud he is.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
to the seniors for paving the way and all the hard work and all the extra time on the field and in the cages and on the bump and everything. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, from the support staff, the assistant coaches, to the parents, and then ultimately, though, the players. The players are what makes state championships, and this was Crimson's year. And again, champs in 22, champs in 23, Snow Canyon champs in 24 last year, and now Crimson again. So this is 3 state titles. The school opened in 2019, so that is their 10th state championship in all sports in just 6 years. Crimson not messing around. They are competitive through all their sports. And already girls golf had won a state championship last week at the 4A girls golf tournament over at Southgate, and now the baseball team has won it again, their 3rd baseball title. Baseball has more state championships than any other sport. Now the football team in the fall will be going for their 3rd in a row under Coach Wayne Alofopo. But you look at baseball and football, those are the 2 big sports Crimson's had a ton of success in. And basketball made a good run this year. They got some really good players that'll be coming back next year. And Crimson will be right in the mix for Region 9 titles and for state titles in all sports.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a really good run for Crimson Cliffs athletics in general. The softball team, great run this year. Baseball, football, like you mentioned, basketball's got a lot of returning starters coming back. So it's a good time to be a Crimson player, fan, alumnus, whatever, because you are experiencing a lot of winning. All they do is win, as DJ Khaled.
Let's look at some best friend stats here while we wait for Caden to get with Coach Abbott again. For Snow Canyon, the loss, Lyon ends his career 1 for 3. Trey Vaughn goes 1 for 4. He's a junior. He'll be back. Dewey Gibbons, his career 2 for 4 with the run scored. Cale Johnson 1 for 2. PJ Hancock goes 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. And then you look at some of the statistics. Jason MacArthur, how about J-Mac? 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Whitwer 1 for 3 with a run scored. McKay Wright in his final game gets another ring. He's got a fistful of rings. McKay Wright has been part of 3 baseball state championships and 2 football state championships. He just knows how to win, Paulie, as he has a huge day going 2 for 3. Cutter Christensen 2 for 4 in this game. And let's go back down to Caden Formaster, who's with Coach Abbott.
All right, here we go, Coach. You guys came into this. You guys kind of got knocked down a little bit in the RPI rankings. Came in as number 8, but here you are, state champs at the other side of it all.
Yeah, you know, RPI is what it is, and sometimes they're pretty spot on, but man, there's a ton of grit and character in these guys, and it didn't matter, you know, what seed we were. We were going to try to come in and do the best we can, and these guys did a wonderful job. I'm super proud of them.
You guys started hitting the bat really well there, and you got 5 runs down in the 4th inning. Tell me what it felt like when you went up 7-0.
We just talked about quality at bats, like next guy up, just making sure that we're doing our job, and you know, and then trusting in the guy behind us to get it done too. It was an amazing effort from everybody. Our dugout was great. Our fans were amazing. I mean, they're still sitting around, like just the best fans, the best parents. Like, we got a good group, and these kids, you know, We've won it a couple times, and we had good kids right there. But man, this group is different. They got a different type of grit to them, a different type of character. Like, I'm excited to see what the next guys come up. It was good for them to experience, and I'm gonna miss the hell out of these seniors, man. They meant so much to this program. I'm really proud of them.
Absolutely, a good group of guys, phenomenal baseball team you've got here, and just phenomenal young men that you have as well. So continue to celebrate with them. Happy for you. What a way to head into the offseason as state champ.
Okay, thanks, man. Hey, one last thing. I just want to give a shout-out to my coaches. I want to give a shout-out to my family and my coaches' families, for allowing us to be here and take time away from them. That's super special to me because this is my gig, and this isn't theirs, and I appreciate the time they spent. So the wives and their kids, I love them, and I love these coaches, and they did a wonderful job, and I'm not doing this alone. This is a group effort, so big shout-out to them, and my wife and my kids. I love them too, and thanks for letting me do this.
Awesome, Coach. Appreciate you, and congrats.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, guys, back up to you.
Great stuff. Raw emotion, Paulie.
Yeah.
Raw emotion. Happy emotion, though.
That's right. Getting choked up just about the quality of the group he has. Just great kids top to bottom, on the field and off. I mean, amazing athletes, which we see them play the games here, but of course off the field they're just great kids. We've met them, a lot of them at media day, just soft-spoken, humble, and couldn't go to a more deserving group.
We'll see if Caden's got any more players set to join him here, and we still got some awards to get to. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and continue our post-game coverage. We'll see if we get any more players' reaction, and then we'll put a bow on this thing. 7-4, Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, 4A state baseball champs for the third time in 4 years.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Booba and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
All right, back here inside our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Thanks to Dr. Cody and his staff. See why so many parents choose Dr. Cody for their kids' dental needs. The Crimson Cliffs Mustangs have infiltrated the bleachers here. They're just hanging out with the fans. They were mosh pitting around you, Caden, who's rejoined us in the booth. What was the vibe? Just pure elation. It looked awesome on TV, having the whole team circling around you when you were talking to McKay Wright and the guys.
I mean, I was just trying to get McKay because he was the first one out of the line from shaking hands. So I just went to go grab him, and everyone else was like, all right, let's hop on in on this. It was fun, man. They're all hyped, of course. And, even talking to Jason MacArthur to be like, man, in our senior season, this is exactly what we wanted to do, was just get this done. But, again, this is a team that came in as the 8th seeded team into the playoffs. They weren't expected to be here, and they are. So congrats to them.
McKay Wright just went back down on the field. He wants to get the trophy from Gabby Hassenbeck, who was the athletic director, and he's going to take it up to take pictures with friends and family. The celebration is going to continue on, but we've got to get to some awards here. We've got 3 awards. If you followed our coverage all season long, you know we always do an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, a Jersey Mike Sub of the Game, and then our Finley Subaru Star of the Game. Let's start with the Star of the Game. And there's a lot of nominees. McKay Wright, Cutter Christensen, Riker Taylor, who was incredible. 5 innings, 3 hits, gives up 1 earned run with 3 strikeouts. Guys, where you want to go with our Finley Subaru Star of the Game, as people can go check out the All-Star lineup on the Savings Side of the Freeway or finleysubaru.com.
I think it's got to be Riker Taylor. We billed yesterday as the pitcher's duel of 2 aces, but today Riker Taylor pitched like an ace. He was the reason that Crimson Cliffs was able to stabilize and keep the Warriors at bay while they weren't scoring runs through the first 2 innings. So he really kept them afloat, and then the offense exploded. But I go Riker Taylor as the star of the game from Findlay Subaru.
Yeah, he was phenomenal. I think he definitely deserves that award. Really, like you say, keeping them at bay was exactly right. And I think for this award, it's got to go to somebody who has such an impact that without them, what does this game look like? And he really was just so phenomenal. I mean, we look back at those first 3 innings, and those first 3 innings moved so fast because the pitcher's duel was just that good.
And he was working fast.
I mean,
and controlling the tempo.
His cadence, his rhythm was very, very fast. I mean, the second he'd get the ball back, if that batter was ready, he was throwing. So it was really good.
And I love that pick because he was so great earlier this week, too. I mean, 2 big-time starts for a guy that comes into this state tournament, hadn't even pitched 5 innings all year. He'd only pinch hit and pinch ran. And he's one of the heroes for this Crimson Cliffs program. So, Riker Taylor, congratulations. You are the Findlay Subaru star of the game. As for our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game, what resonates with you? I think Cutter Christensen's 2 RBI hits. He had 4 RBIs in the game. Pick one of those 2, probably Cutter Christensen, because he was real close in my mind to being the star of the game. 4 RBIs and a 7-4 win. Cutter had an amazing state tournament.
I think you got to go with Cutter here. Cutter was phenomenal. That double that he had when we switched from a left-handed pitcher to right-handed pitcher to a left-handed pitcher, and so he steps into the right-handed batter's box. We were joking. We were talking. Oh, is he as good in the right-handed as he is in the left-handed batter's box? And no sooner did we say that than he's hitting a double. So I think you've got to give him some credit there, and we'll give him the play of the game.
All right, there you go. Here inside the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, Cutter Christensen, he makes the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game not once but twice from both sides of the plate. We talked about the lost R. There's not many switch hitters, and he gets 2 RBIs from the left side, and then later in the game, 2 RBIs from the right side. I thought that one from the right side later in the game was the bigger of the 2, but they were both huge, and he has 4 RBIs, and he's just a junior. He'll be back for another run at the title with his teammates that are all underclassmen again next year. One more award, our Jersey Mike sub of the game, guys. I mean, you probably got to go with the pitcher in relief there, Chesnick, coming in and shutting the door at the end of the game.
Yeah, I thought it would have been Whitwer, but Chesnick really did amazing on the mound, really closed the mound. Had a couple situations he had to work out of jam-wise, but still,
well, that
the
wasn't
end
his
result
fault,
is all
though.
the same.
That was Cronendonk that came in, and they had to go get him, and then that turned the ball over to Chesnick, and unfortunately, Staten couldn't get it done, but Chesnick did. And Chesnick is your Jersey Mike sub of the game. Get it Mike's way, a sub above the rest out of Utah, Southern Utah, Jersey Mike's. We love our sponsors here. And that's going to put a bow on our broadcast season. We get a break. 14 games this week right here from Brewster's Field. Guys, we saw walk-off after walk-off, comeback win after comeback win. I got to let it resonate, but just quickly, I think it's the most competitive state tournament as far as competitive games that I've seen in a long, long time, maybe ever. Every game, there was one blowout, really, one true blowout, and that was Desert Hills on Tuesday, a 14-1 win. Other than that, every game was competitive and close all the way to the end.
Probably the best tournament that I've had the pleasure of calling because of how great these teams were. We mentioned it on, I guess that was Wednesday. Every single team that played Wednesday, all 6 teams that were there, were like, any one of these guys could be state champions. With how good they were playing, I felt like you play this tournament 10 times and you're getting 10 different state champions because of how many good teams we had in this one.
Jason MacArthur is now taking pictures with about every single family member.
There's a line.
Like, there's a line to take a picture with the senior Jason MacArthur. How about the state tournament for J-Mac?
Absolutely. He was our pregame Findlay Subaru Star Watch.
Well, and he didn't disappoint.
No,
I mean, 3 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. He was on base all day long.
Yeah, I was hot picking with a hot hand there.
J-Mac, what a career. McKay Wright, what a career. You heard Coach Abbott get a little choked up talking about his seniors. There's 7 of them on this team. And they've all, in their own way, shape, or form, helped the title go to Crimson Cliffs. The Cliffs are going to put another 10th team championship trophy in the trophy case there in the halls at Crimson Cliffs High School. And they had to do it against a crosstown rival. And Coach Sechrist, who gave Coach Abbott his coaching start as an assistant coach at the Snow Canyon Warriors in 2010, and Justin Abbott has gotten Coach Sechrist. I think he's like I don't know, in the postseason, I think he's 4-0 or 4-1 against Coach Sechrist. He has done a really good job. So the way it's played out, Coach Abbott has been able to find ways to beat Snow Canyon in some of these titles that they've won, 3 out of the last 4 years. Impressive stuff. Final thoughts on the season. I'm sure the coaches all get together. The all-region stuff will come out. The state will put the all-state stuff out, and you know Region 9 is going to have a huge amount of all-region guys that are very talented, first, second, and honorable mention. And then I bet there's a good portion of Region 9 guys that are going to make up the vast majority of the all-state teams.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's always so many good players coming out of Region 9, and especially from these 2 teams that we saw today. So, just to put a bow on the whole season, I mean, one of the better seasons of baseball that I feel like we've seen in a long time. And let's cast our minds all the way back to preseason when we did our media day and we had to go over our poll, and we just had such a hard time because we were like, man, everybody's pretty even. We just felt like there was a lot of parity in the region, and that proved itself. When you have a team like Crimson Cliffs who's coming into the tournament as an 8th-seeded team, because, yeah, you can't go out there and you can't win them all. You split with Desert Hills, you lose 2 to Dixie, you split with Snow Canyon. I mean, it is so tough to get wins in this region, so you're bound to lose some, and that might make you drop down the list a little bit in the rankings. That doesn't mean you're not a state championship level team, because if you can get hot at the right time, you can do it. They did that. Snow Canyon, again, they come in number 2. Very well deserved. They played like the number 2 team. So all across the board, just what a year it was in 4A baseball, especially in the Region 9 down here in southern Utah with the teams here. And shout out to Timpanogos and Ridgeline putting up some good fights. Give some love to Park City and Bear River as well for making it here to the tournament. It was just a really good tournament all around.
Yeah, I mean, things go differently. We could have been talking about, somebody else, but it was Crimson's week. They don't lose a game. They go 5-0. They win Monday. They win Tuesday. They win Wednesday. Last night in extra innings, they win 12-8. And here in Game 2, in the best-of-3 series, they win by a final score of 7-4. Paulie, final thoughts on the season?
Just amazing. I mean, it was a fun ride. 14 games in 5 days, and it was just kind of a whirlwind of week, but I think the best team emerges as Crimson Cliffs. They got hot at the right time, and they carried to their 3rd title in 4 years. Bring the Mustangs back to the stable. They're bringing another one back to the high school.
It just goes to show you that the Region 9 regular season, if you're a top 4 team in Region 9, that prepares you to win a state championship. And it proves that again, as Crimson was not your region champs. They weren't even co-region champs, but they were the 8th seed, and they were still the best team on Bruce Hurst Field all week long, as they don't lose a single game. Congratulations to Coach Abbott. I loved what he said about his assistant coaches and his family and the time away from your family to coach your second family, these young kids, and the emotion he got. It's touching. It tells me that people still care. They still love coaching. They still love playing for a coach like Justin Abbott. And, again, tip of the hat to Snow Canyon and Coach Sechrist. It's so close, again, to adding another state championship to his unbelievable 21-year coaching career, but it just was not meant to be this time, this go-around.
Yeah, they had a good run at it last year, a good run at it this year, of course, but just came up shy this year. And it doesn't take away from that team at all. I mean, this team has been absolutely phenomenal, and Coach Sechrist himself is still he's a top dog in the coaching world here in the state of Utah. So congrats to Snow Canyon on a season that was very well played. They still walk away with some hardware, just not the one that they wanted, but still it's a deserving piece of hardware for them this year.
Some thank yous before we sign off. Thanks to Jeff Clough and his staff, the UHSAA, another unbelievable championship. I think they have to hand out like 48 spring sports championships, and they got to divvy it up and divide and conquer, and a lot of credit to them. Congratulations to all the teams that represented their schools, the players, the coaches, the fans. Great crowds all week long here. Thanks to our camera people, Tara, Boston, Monica, Paulie, Caden, great job. Thanks to you. Thanks to Nate back in the studio. Thanks to KSL for teaming up with us and entrusting us with the broadcast on the statewide live stream for you. It's been a privilege and an honor to bring you all 14 games here from Bruce Hurst Field. Thanks to Utah Tech, their staff, for hosting and accommodating, and all the guys, doing the field prep and the little things. And we don't have another live broadcast now until the second week. It's a Friday night in August when high school football fires back up. And until then, keep locking us in on the Fan Sports Network. 7 to 9 for the drive, 4 to 6 in the afternoons from the bleachers. And obviously not the last state championship that could go Region 9's way. We'll see how the track and field ends up today up at BYU. Do want to check to see if that game between Juab and Canyon View went final or not. I know it was 7 to 4, and I'm hoping that maybe that game ended and Canyon View won a 3A state baseball championship. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, and we'll get that out on our socials. It is a final. Canyon View is the 3A baseball champs. Jeff telling me it is a final. So congratulations to Canyon View. They win 3A 7 to 4. Same score as we had here as Crimson Cliffs is your 4A champs. For our entire crew, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Until next time, it's been fun from Bruce Hurst Field, where Crimson Cliffs has won all the marbles in 4A state baseball.